Look at this. Yeah, it has its own little aquarium down there. Hey guys, it's Bill, Flat Broke Garage. Welcome to the channel. Well, here we are. I told you I was going to do it. It just took me a little longer, but we're going to go. We're going to pull the engine on the Falcarino. We're going to get it out, get it apart, and decide what it is we're going to do. It'd be cool to keep it, but we don't know. You know, if it's the same amount of money to rebuild a V8 as it is a 6, you know, I don't know, but I like the purity of the 6. For those of you that are just tuning in, don't know anything about this car, this is a 1970 and a half Ford Falcon. Basically, it's a Fairlane Torino-based car, but in 1970, they kind of discontinued them, so Ford just kind of had some orders, so they just kind of maybe put the Falcon name onto Fairlane. So that's what we got. It's been sitting in a junkyard for 28 years. We got it running, we pulled it out, we cleaned it up. It only has 56,000 original miles. And I've been taking it to car shows. However, it does have one problem. The freeze plug on the back of the engine behind the flex plate is leaking. So the engine's gonna have to come out. So as long as we're taking it out, we might as well go through the whole thing and just kind of check it out. It has a constant lifter noise that is not cleared up. It could be a bent push rod from sitting and hit a stuck valve and it bent when we went to start it. I don't know, but we're going to get it apart, find out what it is. So let's get it in the garage and start pulling it out. So this is equipped with a factory Ford 250 cubic inch 6-cylinder engine. It's a step up from the 200 they had before. The engine has plenty of torque. It's got a C4 transmission on it and 300 gear. It rolls down the road pretty good at 70 miles an hour. So all in all, not a bad car. Gets some decent mileage, really doesn't run hot. So, you know, I might want to keep it. We do have big V8s and everything else, so why not keep something kind of original? So let's get the hood off, let's get this engine out, and all right, now we got the hood off, we can actually get a little light on the situation here. Like I said, this thing is bone stock. I mean, it is as original as you get. I think the heater hose has been replaced. The water pump, I had to put a starter in it. But other than that, like I said, she's bone stock. Well, I did put a radiator in it. Well, actually, this is going to be the radiator for my Torino. So more coming up on this. I got a lot done on this, so, you know, it's just boring stuff. It's interior stuff, it's glass, but we'll have more coming up on the Torino. So I guess this shouldn't be too hard, pretty cut and dry. I mean, there's motor mounts. I mean, pull the fuel line, motor mounts, heater hoses, radiator. I mean, you can get right to the bell housing bolts. Man, I wish all cars were this simple. I just cursed myself. But let's start pulling this stuff apart, get this engine out. I want to get the valve cover off. I've never even pulled the valve cover on this car. It is actually running on the points that were in the car when we found it in the junkyard. We just filed the points, put them back. So yeah, the coil points, all of that, we put plugs in it, and I put wires on it, used wires, and it runs good. Change the oil, ran all year. I'm dying to know. Let's get this valve cover off and see if there's coffee grounds or sludge or what lives underneath that valve cover, and see if we can find why we got one lifter just making noise. I did add a carburetor to this thing. Straight from China. It really doesn't work too good, but whatever. That's gone. First one, gone. I got respect for the old 6 cylinders. I said this in the my GMC video. It's got that GMC 248 6 cylinders, and I'm like, it's just kind of a shame everybody's motor swapping all these old cars, because pretty soon there's going to be none of these original engines left. And now we're getting to like the 289s and the 302s, and we're getting rid of all those things, and it's kind of a shame to see them go. Sure, the technology's old and it sucks, but there's something about kind of the purity of it. Man, I am dropping stuff. My son gave me this thing, this little magnetic tray, like a Christmas present, like best present ever. You know, pretty cool, because I lose stuff a lot. There, and there's a bolt up here too. Let's see. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there sludge? This is supposedly, and it sure appears to be, a 56,000 mile car. I have talked to the man that bought this from the original owner, and he said it was a woman. Oh, there we go. Let's see. And it appeared to be, he said 56,000 miles. Let's see. Well, that ain't bad at all. That's pretty clean. I'm pretty impressed. You know, got a little bit of the waxy Quaker State buildup in it, but all in all, not too gooey. Let me get the vacuum out. Oh, there's the bolt I dropped. I'm gonna vacuum this out, get this cleaned up, and yeah, sweet. All right, well, it's nice to know everything is in easy reach and easy to get to, but it doesn't mean it's going to come off right away. I think we're going to need the old blue wrench here to get the exhaust stud bolts or nuts off. You know, you could just cut it and just pull it off, but I don't know, the exhaust is in really nice shape, so I really don't want to butcher anything. There is a, what is that? Exhaust hanger here. That's kind of odd. But I'm going to heat these up, try and get these off, because it, I don't want to break nothing, so I want to make it as simple as possible. So let's get the old blue wrench out here and try and get these things off. If I can get the gas to come up here. There we go. That's what happens when you got 100 feet of hose. Guess it must leak down. They make leaves and stuff you can set on fire. I don't know, a lot of times some of these are brass, but it won't hurt to heat them up and get them off. I mean, the car is, what, 50 some years old. This has been off before. I can definitely see the head's been off. So, no. It's just easier to heat stuff up. No sense rushing or whatever. Figure out the right size wrench. Oh man. And she's still tight. Whew. I'm gonna need a little bit more of their blue wrench, it looks like. That thing is on there. Definitely warm now. Oh. Oh. Huh. Well, once again, something simple, not so much. I don't know how much hotter we're gonna have to get this thing. There we go. Oh. Wow. That thing is on there. Shut this thing off. So our next move is to pull the radiator and pull a bunch of the doodads off up on top, you know, whatever I can reach, which is probably everything, and get underneath, pull the rest of it, get the torque converter off, and pull the engine out. So with the radiator out, we got plenty of room to scooch the engine forward. I got the motor mount bolts out down there, which is easy to get to. Got a couple of these bell housing bolts, or trans bolts out up on top, and top starter bolt out. So basically, like I said, we'll just get the car up in the air, get the stuff from underneath out of it, pull it out, and really hope that it's just a freeze plug on the back of the block. My buddy scared me. He said the block could be cracked back there, and it could have frozen cracked, because if you see down here, let's see, this has, see that? It has a replacement freeze plug. One of those ones from China or India. It's just the expanding rubber plug. I really don't like them. So that shows it either had a freeze plug rust and pop out, or froze and pushed out. The other ones don't look too bad, so let's just hope it's a freeze plug. Let's get this thing out of here and find out. Well, I just got underneath the car and pulled the shield, or took the bolts out for the shield to get to the torque converter. Let me bring you under here and show you. Look at this. Yeah, it has its own little aquarium down here. So, I just took those two bolts out, and it's pouring out. So, yeah, we're gonna have a bath. Definite bath. Not good. Alright, this is crazy. I'm gonna get you up here. Now, I've already let some of this water go. But, this is nuts. Look at that. This thing was full of water. Ugh. Nothing like laying in water too. I'm so excited. All right, let me get this dried up under here and we'll get the rest of these bolts up. Ugh. Yep. There's a pretty tight seal there. No wonder my starters are getting cooked. They're filling up with water. Well, when I put up on the old social media here that I gonna be pulling the engine on the Falcarino, a lot of my Torino buddies are like, pull the front grill, pull the front grill. And kind of here's why. The front grill on this car is also the same front grill that's on a Cobra Torino. They're pretty rare grills. If you see, I put a video up. We smashed this grill when we picked the car up. Is it this side or that side? I can't even remember. But, oh, here it is. I smashed this whole grill. The car rolled into a pile of junk and broke all this. I made this out of fiberglass. It came out pretty good. But these grills are made of unobtainium, I guess. So I'm going to have to pull this grill out because I don't want to break it either. And they're pretty brittle. They're just plasticky kind of things. So for all my Torino buddies out there, yes, I'm taking the grill out so we don't smash it. So I'll get this out of the way before we get the engine hooked up and pulled out of the car. Here we go. Everything's unbolted. Torque converter stuff is off. Hopefully all the doodads and brackets are off. I kind of makeshift engine pullery thing. You know, everybody's got something to pull a V8, you know, with the carb lifter thing and all that. But 6-cylinder, you know, I had to improvise. We had to make some chains longer and stuff. But I don't know, I'm going to get a jack under the transmission and let's see what comes out of here. I'm dying to see what's wrong, if it's a freeze plug or cracked block in the back. I'm really curious. And yes, see, ta-da, grill's out, Torino guys. So, all right, let's get this set up, get a jack underneath the trans and yank her out of here. Well, the engine's out. There's some crud back here. We're going to find out together what's wrong with the back of this block. If it's a freeze plug, hopefully, or if the block is cracked. Let's see what we got here. I'm really hoping it's a freeze plug. I think it is. Oh, I should have marked that. Things are like a Rubik's Cube getting that washer on there. Ooh, look at that. She's been rusting for a while, leaking for a while. Look at that rust. All right. Let's see what's behind door number 1, shall we? I had to pry the engine off. Wow. I'm guessing there is our culprit. Right there. Yep, she's soaked. Let's see. Yep, look at that. Look at that. That can't be good. So at least it is just a freeze plug. It's been leaking for a long time. Look at this one. No, it's, filling my shop up with water. But yeah, there's their problem. Look, you see the water level. This thing was full up to here with water. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that can't be good. Well, like I said, we could just replace freeze plugs, regasket it. I'm going to take it to my buddy at J&B Performance. I'm going to have him hot tank it. We're going to go through it, check the cam bearings, well, all the bearings, rings, maybe go through the head and fix some little issues, because we've had somebody working on this that's almost as good as I am. But it's either fix here, they broke this ear. You just put a nut and bolt through there to hold the exhaust manifold on. These are an integrated intake and head. So there's really, I don't know if you call them performance, but there's not a lot of upgrades for these, because the intake is, like I said, integrated right onto this head. But, you know, we'll have them clean the head up. Like I said, check the bearings. All in all, the thing never really leaked oil. I mean, it's really clean engine. Like I said, I'm really thinking it's 53,000. You can see they had this off before. Like I said, this exhaust has been off. You can see the orange smooth they put on here. So I'm guessing the head's been off once. I guess not the best head in the world. This is a very early 252, because it's a C9, which means a 69. So this 70 engine was made in 69. But yeah, other than just surface rust, it's really good. Well, and somebody put stop leak in at one time, I think, to fix it, and you know, this whole thing needs to be boiled out. But I mean, look at no oil leaks. You can see the E there. There is factory chalk marks or wax pencil marks still on this engine. So yeah, see, the head's even a different color. So it's like Chevy blue there. So I don't know if they leaked out all the antifreeze, they overheated it, took the head gasket out and had to fix it, or what the deal is, but we got her out. Well, guys, we've come to the time to where, what do we do with it? Are you guys for the 6-cylinder or get rid of the 6-cylinder? I do have a 289 sitting over here, and it is a direct bolt in. That C4 will bolt right up to that 289. I don't think it's giving it that much more horsepower. It'd sound cooler, but like I said, I like the purity of the 6. So should we actually go through this thing, rebuild the 6, get her running back up to snuff, kind of clean up the C4? It doesn't leak. The C4 shifts great. So like I said, I am Flat Broke Garage, so we're budgeting this. I do want to take the car on Hot Rod Power Tour. I do want to add air conditioning to it because I live in the south, and it's hot in the south. Real hot and humid. So that's an upgrade, you know, like I said. So before I go and buy all that, we really got to see what's going on with this 6. So we'll get her over to the shop, but put it down there in your comments. I'd be really curious to know what you guys would do with this car. Would you put a 460 in it? A lot of guys say. Some people say leave it 6. I mean, let me know. I'm always up for suggestions. And if you like the video, there's going to be more coming up on the Falcarino. There's more coming up on the Torino. And I got some other projects. I got a pumpkin, a Cutlass my buddy Brad gave me. I got a Jeep Gladiator. I got stuff. I tucked it in back, and I've been trying to focus on getting this stuff running and driving. I got a Pontiac Sunbird. If you guys haven't seen the video, there's links, you know, in my page to see them. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. I could use a thumbs up, or subscribe. I really would appreciate you guys subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Costs you nothing. Gets an algorithm going so you get more car stuff coming in. So thanks for watching. We'll see you soon. We'll probably be working on the Torino. This thing's gonna sit for a while till we get it out to the engine shop, but stay tuned. You click and like, you'll know what's going on. Thanks guys, we'll see you later.